boys and girls, something that you might have done before is go to a pantomime in the theatre. Now, we haven't been able to go to any pantomimes this Christmas, but this story is about my naughty little sister, and it's called My Naughty Little Sister Goes to the Pantomime. A long time ago, when I was a little girl and my little sister was a little girl too, my mother took us to see the Christmas pantomime. The pantomime was in a theatre, which was a very beautiful place with red tippy-up seats and a lot of ladies and gentlemen playing music in front of the curtains. My little sister was a very good, quiet child at first because she had never been to the pantomime before. She sat very still and mousy. She didn't say anything. She just looked and looked. She looked at the lights and the lots and lots of seats and the music people and the other boys and girls. She didn't even fidget at first because she wasn't quite sure about the tippy-up seat. When we were in the theatre, our mother gave us a bag of sweets each. I had chocolate creams and my little sister had toffee drops because she liked them so much. But she was so quiet that she didn't even eat a single one of them before the pantomime started. She just held the sweets in her lap, so that when the music man who plays the cymbals suddenly made them go a-rish-a-tish-tish and the curtains came back, she was so surprised that she dropped them all over the floor and my mother had to pick them up for her. My little sister was so surprised because she hadn't known that the pantomime was people dancing and singing and falling over things. But when she saw that it was, she was very excited. And when the other children clapped their hands, she clapped hers really hard too. At first, my little sister was so surprised that she liked every bit of it. But after a while, she said that her favourite was the fat funny man. The play was all about the babes in the wood, and that fat funny man was called Humpty Dumpty. He was very funny indeed, and when he came on, he always said, "Hello, boys and girls." And the boys and girls said, "Hello, Humpty Dumpty." And he said, "How are you tomorrow?" And we said, "We are all very well today." He told us to say this every time, and we never forgot. Once, my little sister shouted so loud, "Hello, Humpty Dumpty." She shouted, "Hello, Humpty Dumpty," like that Humpty Dumpty heard her and he waved specially to her. My goodness, wasn't she a proud girl then? The other thing my little sister liked was the fairies dancing. There were lots of fairies in the pantomime and they had lovely sparkly dresses. And when they danced, the lights went red and blue and green and some of them really flew up into the air. Humpty Dumpty tried to fly too, but he fell right over and bumped his nose. My naughty little sister was so sorry for him that she began to cry. Real, true tear crying, not just howling. But when Humpty Dumpty jumped up and said, "Hello, boys and girls," and we all said, "Hello, Humpty Dumpty," and when he began to dance again, she knew he wasn't really hurt, so she laughed and laughed. And presently, what do you think? My little sister had a really exciting thing happen. Humpty Dumpty came to the stage and he sang a little song for all the boys and girls. And then he made all the children sing too. And after that, he would say, "Would any little boy or girl like to come up onto the stage and dance with me?" And do you know what? My little sister said, "Yes, I will, I will." And she ran out of her seat and up onto the stage steps and right onto the big theatre stage before my mother could do anything about it. All the people cheered and clapped when my little sister ran up onto the stage, and a lot of other boys and girls went up too. And soon they were all dancing with Humpty Dumpty, round and up and down, until two ladies came up onto the stage. Humpty Dumpty said, "All right, children, down you go." And all the boys and girls went back down again, off the stage and back to their mothers. All except my bad little sister, because she wasn't there. She had vanished. And what do you think? While the two ladies were singing on the stage, the funny man came back with my little sister sitting on his shoulder. and he came right off the stage, down the step, and brought her back to Mother. And my little sister looked very pleased and smiley. All the people stared and stared to see my naughty little sister carried back by Humpty Dumpty. Even the singing ladies stared. And do you know where she had been? Where do you think? That naughty child had slipped round the side of the stage while the other children were dancing to see if she could find the fairies. And she did find them too. She said they were drinking lemonade and they gave her some as well. It wasn't very fairy-ish lemonade, she said. It was the fizzy, nose-tickle sort. She told us another thing too, a secret thing. She said they weren't real, true fairies, only little girls like herself. And she said that when she was a bit older, she was going to be a stage fairy, just like those little girls. So that's what happened the time my naughty little sister went to the pantomime. And maybe this year for Christmas, we'll get to go back to the pantomime again. I hope so.